He is a name that has been mentioned as a potential Formula One driver in the future. He would be the first Chinese driver to ever enter F1, and he is currently leading the F2 championship as of the upload date. So, who is Guanyu Zhou? Just before we properly begin, I'd love some feedback on the audio. As you can see here, I'm now using an audio interface. Let me know if you want to see the audio levels change, as I am still testing this. I feel like the audio levels might be a little bit low, so let me know if you want me to increase the gain. Guanyu Zhou was born on the 30th of May 1999 at Shanghai, China. He would start his karting career at the age of 8, where he went on to have a marvelous time in the sport, highlighted by taking out the Super 1 National Rotax Max Junior Championship and the Rotax Max Euro Challenge. Zhou got rewarded for his karting efforts with a place in the Ferrari driver program. He started his proper racing career in 2015, where he competed in the full Italian Formula 4 Championship, as well as part of the ADAC Formula 4 Championship season, where he managed to put in some decent performances in the predominantly German-based league, scoring 2 podiums. As for Italian F4, and Zhou showed his talent here as well, as he was to be a championship contender. He managed 3 race wins, which went along with his 12 overall podiums, as he came runner-up in the competition, beating out Robert Schwartzman in the process. Zhou started 2016 in the Toyota Racing Series, where he again looked very good. A victory and a few additional steps on the podium meant that Zhou finished a solid 6th overall, as this prepared him for his maiden year in the Formula 3 European Championship. Zhou had a terrific start to the season, as he clawed his way towards 2 third-place finishes in the opening 5 events. The Chinese driver would sadly fade from the top end of the championship standings, as Zhou would end up 13th. Zhou entered a second season in European Formula 3 and was to be far more consistent with his performances, scoring points frequently and nabbing 5 podium finishes, all of them for 3rd place. Zhou, however, was still not up there with the true championship frontrunners, as he finished 8th in the standings, but it was definitely an improvement from last season nonetheless. Now into a 3rd season of European F3 for year 2018, and after failing to gain a seat in F2, Zhou got off to the best possible start by winning the opening race of the season in convincing fashion. His best run of form would come at the 3 races at Zandvoort, where he would claim 2 second and 1 third place finish. One last big highlight for the season would be a 2nd win coming at the final round of the season, before once again coming 8th overall. It may look like he didn't improve just on standing position alone, but Zhou did score 54 more points in 2018 than the previous year, with an identical number of races as well. Promotion into F2 ensued for Zhou in 2019, where he would compete in the campaign with Virtual Racer Racing. After a mixed start to the season, Zhou scored a podium finish at Barcelona in the feature race. In fact, from this podium finish all the way to the end of the season, Zhou would only miss out on points for 2 more races throughout the season, proving his consistency carried over. 4 more 3rd place positions elevated Zhou to 7th in the championship, in what was a rather successful season as a F2 rookie. Additionally, 2019 was the year that Zhou made the switch to the Renault Sport Academy and was a development driver for the Renault F1 team. He moved up the chain in 2020 to become the test driver. He would also remain in F2 for 2020, and quite frankly, the year was a lot more of the same, as other than a poor couple of races to start of the season, Zhou would frequently score points along with the occasional podium. The Chinese driver would have a rather successful stretch in the final 5 races of the season, as 2 of these resulted in a top 2 finish, with one of these results being a win which he claimed at the Sochi sprint race. Zhou did slightly improve to finish 6th overall and score a total of 151.5 points. Zhou, however, still hadn't beat his teammate overall in F2 at this stage, but did lose out to quality drivers in Luca Ghiotto and Callum Arlott, where both were at least in the top 3 in their respective years as teammates of Zhou. And now currently in 2021, and Zhou has gotten off to an absolute flyer, having already won 2 races, the first one at the Bahrain feature race, and the second one being at the first Monaco sprint race. Although his last couple of results have been disappointing by his standards, he currently leads the championship, and if he can go on to win the championship, that will go a very long way towards gaining him a seat in F1. Speaking of F1, Zhou very recently made his free practice 1 debut for Alpine, and this gave him a real good opportunity to display his skill set to the team. It additionally will not surprise me if he were to get more FP1 opportunities as well throughout the year. Unfortunately, however, Zhou won't get a seat at Alpine next season, I am assuming, given the contract situation, and I do acknowledge that he has taken a little longer to develop, especially if you compare him to the likes of his fellow junior competitors in Lando Norris and even Mick Schumacher. But if Guan Yu Zhou keeps on impressing, then there will be other chances in Formula 1 that come his way. As I said before, he would also be the first Chinese driver in F1, and this would present a lot of great opportunities on the corporate side of things if Zhou were to be picked up by a team. Still early days, but for now, he's on the right track. What are your thoughts on Guan Yu Zhou? Let me know in the comments section. Subscribe to my channel and follow me on my socials. Also, if I could get some feedback on my audio, that would be greatly appreciated as well. Thank you.